Alrighty, working through those project boxes. So the first one I pulled today is my Hoffman Crackers, which was a class at a local quilt shop. It was being taught by Brenda Dyer, who is a certified Judy Nehemiah instructor. And so, let's see what we got. I'm using the Layer Cake XOXO April Rosenthal of Prairie Grass Patterns. It is a Moda collection. I did have 2 extras. I do remember that. So these were the ones I pulled out. And then, let's see. So, I have bag 1, which is the bag I was working on in class. My layer cake information, which can now go over there. As you can tell, I have not opened this since the class. The actual pattern and instructions. So, Hoffman Crackers, it's a 30 by 48. They're showing it in 2 different colorways. They're also showing it shaped, right, going in different directions. This one goes right and left, right and left. This one's kind of up, down, up, down. What I did appreciate about this pattern is it gives us enough foundation papers to do 2 quilts. So I did like that. It also gave us a black and white, which I guess you could enlarge and color it in. And then all the lovely instructions. So with the instructor, we did not actually open the pattern and read it. We just followed suit to what she told us. So I have bag number 4. I have bag number 2. Ooh, and he's cut. And then I have bag number 3 so the odd numbers, 3 and 1 got cut and then flip-flopped, and then 2 and 4 will also get that same treatment. So what I'm going to do today is finish up the steps of bag 1. Let's see what we got here. So I must just be holding them in order. And then I will match my numbers. So what it looks like is I've sewn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces on all of those. So my next step will be to line up number 7. Sew those on, right? 8, 9, and 10. And then we get to see what they look like. I'll be back. I did want to pop on real quick while I was at the sewing machine. So I'm going to drop about a 1 1/2, a 1 1/8. I do have my needle down just in case. I actually prefer my feed dogs on the 2nd number. That way it's not so grippy and movie. I normally sew my 1/4 inch with a magnet. I will be removing the magnet because I'm sewing on the lines of the paper. And then I'm going to confirm that I have a Microtex needle in. If I don't, it's in my other project box for the next Judy Nehemiah class. And then here's my lovely little system. And then my lovely little pin cushion and trash bag. And all my fun stickers. Can we take a look at those real quick? How awesome is that Georgia State with all the quilt blocks? And then my Tula teddy bear that my mama made me. And I had to grab my add a 1/4 ruler. I like this little 6-inch with the edge that tapers. So I do use that guy when I need to fold and crease my line, and then actually I do it upside down. I do it with that edge up. I fold and crease on that taper, and then when the time comes, I can flip it over and use that side to trim. So here you'll see I have my stack of blocks, and I am about ready to attach the last and final piece. Just wanted to show real quickly when I mentioned the add a quarter. I line it up where I need it to be. I fold my fabric over. I pull any of those extra over stitches that might need to come out of the way. I crease. Here you'll see my paper and my fabric stuck together. Well, that is just life with paper piecing. There we go. And then I flip the ruler around. I line up that lovely little edge there, and I slice off. Now I'm ready to piece my next step. I'm gonna work up these last ones, and I will be back with my final blocks from bag 1. So here are my first 10, which would be labeled bag 1. It is Valentine's. I'm not usually a Valentine-y type of person. Red, white, you know, pink, black in this layer cake, and I do like it. So my end goal will be a wall hanging. I have a rod over by my main computer desk beside the back door, and it's on a blank, you know, space. It's not large, but 36s, 42s, any type of little wall quilt hangs there seasonally. Even though I will admit it's January and I still have my Halloween hanging in that location. So yeah, I went ahead and pulled bag 3, which has already been cut. It is the opposite companion to bag 1, meaning these 3 flying geese guys here were both cut from bag 1, right? I had 2 stacks. When we went and cut those pieces, these 3 were brought over to bag 3, and then bag 3 flying geese were brought over to bag 1. So when I go to make these next 10, they will be opposites. And I've gone ahead and labeled my 10 papers and get started on these. So I finished up bag number 3. I did go ahead and flip-flop the 10 to 1, 1 to 10. That way they're not exact pairs with bag number 1, but they are still dark and light, or red and white, or, you know. I did keep that part going. And you'll see here, let's see if I flip this over. He might still be a pair because I believe there was 2 of each of those. But here where you have the comment talking little thingies, it's now with a white and a floral, as to where originally it was with that herringbone. And then we have the hearts with the herringbone. And then this one is the hearts with the stars. So that's what I mean by they were supposed to be identical matches. And I did flip the script just a little bit. I think it's going to help give it just a little bit more variety. Still be cohesive. And so that is bag 1 and bag 3. I do need to work on bags 2 and 4. And I will not be recording that for this video. This is more of just an accountability video. This keeps me going in my works in progress and UFOs and get these boxes done. So thanks so much for watching. Come on back and I will have another video with those two completed, and that way the next video in this series will actually be the blocks up on the design wall and getting pieced and put together into rows.